We're getting loads of messages on Twitter. Keep them coming. We'll try to read. Let me just read this one. I like this one from Henry. It says, Indian people, please bring back our Duaya Dekuru. You see Nigerians, she's not. It's not that's right. That's what success. That's what success can do for you. And oh, this is not a good one, but we just need to say it. Ken Akpos on Twitter says, please, someone should play the video of Taraba FC players sleeping in front of the government house for Bola on Salami, and that will influence his decision.
I know he's seen that. I know he's seen that. I know he's heard that. But I still feel that if the conditions are good, we can keep some of our best players here.
Yeah, that's right.
If the conditions are good. Remember also that we are in a age, or we're in a period where most of our players are not also leaving Nigeria for abroad or for Europe. They are also heading to Tunisia. Around 6-5 players have been linked to Tunisia. I think, in fact, Sanchez has had to keep 4 or 5 of their players from signing from Tunisian clubs. I think today Adeniji headlined that one. Yeah. Gospel and NPFL just signed with, I think, CS Faceoff. We've got a whole lot of them. If the conditions are good, that's Austin, right, our players will stay. If the conditions are good. And when I say conditions, we all know what I mean.
That's right. That's welfare. I don't like talking about this picture, but I mean,
it makes you sad. It makes you sad.
And the update is that, guys, the Taraba state government didn't fulfill the promise of the 2-month salary. So these players only went back to their houses with what they got from the LMC.
And also, you know the problem here? You know that if they don't get paid right now, it now becomes a burden of the players only, because from next season, Taraba will be in the league next season. Will the LMC be able to fight for their cause now that they're in the National League? Or will it be the National League that will fight for the cause of Taraba?
The players saw the handwriting on the wall. You know,
and that's why they want their money now.
And that's why they're doing this. Yeah. What Wale has just said, the players had seen, okay, fine. And
it's like this when we are still got Taraba.
All of these players will not even be on the books of Taraba because look, we can't afford to pay you.
And also, let me take you way back to when 2014, 2015 started. Although the league didn't start in 2014, it started in 2015. We remember the bank guarantee issue.
That's right.
The bank guarantee issue meant that if this issue happened, the LMC will dip from that 50 million naira purse and pay the players.
That's right.
If the state governments had cooperated, or if the players had said, see, we want the bank guarantee or we don't start the league.
That's right.
If they had stuck to their guns, if they ever stuck to their guns.
If the LMC wasn't scared, people step on toes.
Of course. I've always said it, that it's not important that we play a 20-team league.
Everyone keeps saying that.
It's a professional league.
That's right.
10 teams can be professional. In Austria, it's 10 teams. In Wales, I think it's 8. So we can play a professional league without 20 players.
Scotland, you have about 10 teams.
Yeah,
so I think another missing ingredient is a very strong players' union.
That's
if
right.
you have a strong players' union and people in Heartland, people in Dolphins, people in Imba will not play because Taraba United
is going through this.
Players.
There has to be a unification of...
You understand? But players are scared.
Yeah.
You know, even the money that you are legally entitled to, you are not getting. So if you now say you're going on strike, you're protesting, you are paid. You are protesting for someone that was not paid. Because I'm paying you.
Austin, you know what?
This is not funny. This is worrying.
It's not.
You know what Nigeria football is all about? For every problem, you think you found a solution. There's another
sound
problem.
is brilliant.
Let me give you another. You mentioned the players' union. We used to have one, or we have one. We know the state of comatose it is right now. But the players we're even talking about, I mean the NPFL players, who are the key actors in the league, do they know what it takes to even organize a players' union? Are they educated? See, you listen to some NPFL players and you will cry.
Some see you approaching them. You want to help this player, put him in the media, let people know about it. You see him coming and he runs. He leaves.
He has been threatened not to talk.
Yeah.
Apart from being threatened, he doesn't even know how to express himself.
It's a lot.
That's a big problem.
It's a lot. And I was speaking to an official of the league management company, and I said, now we have said the league will start on January the 31st. It doesn't need to start then if we're not ready. Yeah. It doesn't need to start. We've also said that if the LMC made mistakes from last season, they shouldn't make those same mistakes in this new season.
Yes, my problem with that theory. If the league fails to start because we haven't solved every lingering issues, if we say the league will start in March, are we sure that those issues will be sorted in March? If we say the league will start in June, are we sure that players' welfare... Let me give you an example. The AGA, the Annual General Assembly, I mean the communique, the 10-point communique, I think communique number 4. I'm added that players' welfare, blah, 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 must be taken care of. And the problem is, they've put it on paper. It's still willpower. It's still the executionary willpower. And will they come back in the next 35 days, the next AGA, and say that, yes, we have taking steps to ensure that players
talk is cheap, really.
No, so talk is cheap, and that is the story of Nigerian football.
I'm hoping that, you see, whether you like it or not, I like the LMC, but they have to share part of this blame.
A lot of it,
because you allow this club to participate in a league without seeing guarantees that they can pay the players. And let's not forget, without the players, the club do not exist.
That's right.
Now, will they be able to grab the bull by the horns? That's it. It's possible. If we don't start in January and start March, if we want to face these issues, offend some states,
let us know that, look, guys, it's because of this area state.
Offend anybody you want to offend.
I think we should do that. Can't you remember in Spain, when there was a time that players even threatened not to play because they felt that what they were getting from TV rights wasn't what they should be getting. So if this part of not paying players,
these are players in Spain who get their alert every Thursdays. Ours is at the end of 31st of every month or the 1st of the next month. Yes, my problem. You've mentioned another one. But the problem is the LMC can take these decisions. I believe they can.
They should.
But the LMC also is a body that has got affiliations with the state government.
Like
the NPFL.
appendages.
So it is, you see, it is yam pepper scatter.
They should free themselves, because that's how you can
That's
get
why
change.
I said you could. It's just like the kettle calling the pot black. Don't point to people. Sanitize yourself. Do what you can do. Ensure that, look, if you're not able to pay, we don't need to have. He said we don't need to have a 20-team league. Just ensure that clubs can pay players. It's even interesting, that we are talking about players who are playing. What about players that are dead? Players that have been hold. A lot of.
We should be careful what we wish for also sometimes. If we say that 20 teams can compete, we also know that about 95% of the league, the clubs are owned by the state government. And most state governments also own their players. Even the almighty Iba own their players. Warri Wolves, the almighty Warri Wolves, where the NFF president is state is from, they own players, don't they?
If you beat the right tune, people will dance to the beat.
Particularly when it's something you can dance to.
Yes.
The particular tune you just must dance to.
If you must have a club, this is what you should do. And look, a good gambler is not afraid to throw his last coin. And if I'm a state governor, I look, okay, if I'm putting 20 million here, I'm not going to get 5. So I don't need a club. You make it easy for them. So, but if you insist that you must own a club, you must do this.
Let me give you another twist, because for every solution is given, I've always found a twist. If you say the state government should relinquish clubs because they can't, guess what? We know that football is the #1 tool for politics in Nigeria. They would never.
But can't we change that?
See,
the
Federation's Cup final. The Federation's Cup final.
People can stop using sports as tool
the
for
Federation's
propaganda.
Cup. It's even everywhere. It's only in Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria. It happens everywhere. You know what happened with Catalonia and Barcelona? That's politics. And football being used as a tool.
But how much they put into Barcelona, so you can even say yes, it's because what they are doing that we're seeing that output.
See, if we can talk about the problems from today to tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if you can put on a bold face, putting on a bold face, confidence is not the absence of fear. If you can put on a bold face and go at the problems, is a starting point. You don't know what could happen. All of these people can bulge, but just put on a bold face, make a fight of it, and see where we go.
But I know that our problems will end the moment we have private-owned clubs in Nigeria.
And I'm so happy.
Majority of the clubs
I think that is what
you know what I'm waiting for? I want to see the way MFM will operate when they get to the top flight. When they get to
I can't tell MFM.
That'll be a template. That'll be a template.
But they will take care of their
That's
players.
right. How many times have
they make the players happy?
And you know what? Watch. They will be modest. They will run it like a proper football club.
They've always been a modest football club, though.
That's right, because we don't get to hear all of this. And that's a church football club. So by the time we start seeing more of that coming into our football, hopefully we'll get change. So that's it. Strong talks coming out of Nigerian football, particularly our own football, the league football. We love it. We like what the league management company is doing. But the guys here are saying, LMC, you need to do more. Don't be scared. Step on toes. We need to develop our football. Those pictures from Taraba, not good in any way. Bola Salami wants to play in this country, but he's also looking at his future. If I stay in this country and play football with all of these problems and issues keeps going on, what's the future like? So that's what we're saying. It doesn't look good. We want change, and that's what we hope will come one of these days. Yemi Adebayo, thanks so much for coming on this part of the show. I'll keep this man alive. He loves talking about us now. When we come back, we'll talk about the English Premier League. We'll leave you with our talks from Goose Hiddink and, of course, Louis van Gaal. Those two coaches, they are the talk at the moment, because when Manchester United and Chelsea met, it left the players and then it got to the coaches. We're also seeing a big game between Leicester and Manchester City. Halftime is still goalless. We'll talk about the English Premier League when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Stay.